Hi everyone, and especially those that are in Ward 4. Today I have Eden Wood with me.
Hi, nice
Eden,
to meet you.
welcome.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where do you live? What do you do for fun?
Okay, I'm a resident of Ward 4. I live in the Palmer area. I've lived in Burlington since 2006. I grew up in Barrie and moved to Hamilton for school when I was 19. I took the Police Foundations program. My background is Police Foundations, crime prevention. Having done that, I also was interested in forensics, so I updated my chemistry and my biology. And in doing that, I was humming and hawing. I still lived in Hamilton, and I moved to Burlington, and I found a job here and decided to stay.
Oh, wow. So you're in the Palmer area.
Yes.
What is fun over there?
The parks are great. There's a lot of awesome markets. It's very walkable up there. There's gyms, there's play places for the kids, there's churches, there's all sorts of things to do up in Ward 4.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, that was a great introduction. Now, what do you think is the role of Ward 4 councillor?
I believe the role of a counselor is to keep the residents informed of what's going on in the city. I mean, my job is to gain that knowledge to now pass along to you so you can now make an informed decision for your family to improve the quality of life. And that to me is the role of a counselor. I mean, it's about getting to know one another, making sure we all feel safe and secure in the decisions being made so we can be happy and healthy.
But I think this is one of the most important because this is in your backyard.
Yes.
Okay, what you represent us, you're hearing our voice,
right.
Bringing back that message,
yes.
And representing us, fighting for us.
That's right. I mean, without all of the information, you can't make an informed decision. I mean, Ward 4 has 36,000 plus people that live here. Yes. That's a lot of voices, that's a lot of positive ideas, change, and that need to be heard, and I'm listening. I've been going to 200 plus houses a day.
Oh, wow.
Knocking on doors, saying hi, saying hello, I'm here, what's up? You know, how are you doing? How do you feel about your city? What
yes.
do you like? What don't you like? And I'm listening. So,
how do you feel the state of our transit system?
I mean, with everything, things can always be improved.
Yes.
As Burlington grows, we will need to stay connected. Maybe we start to implement a Beeline bus. You know, Hamilton has the Beeline bus, an express bus to get to and from, because Burlington's growing. It's big, and yes, we want to be able to ride transit. I rode transit for years. I had to take 2 buses to work. I didn't have a car, so I would ride my bike, and so it is an integral part of the city and how it works and how to get to know everyone, and it's an important part that we need to look at.
You know, right not too far from where we're standing, we're supposed to have Brock University here.
Yes.
And especially, we got to also think for future.
Exactly, that's it. And I mean, an idea, I took my kids on the bus this summer. I mean, I think that's an integral part, is teaching the youth of how the bus system works. You know, have a bus day at school. Let's all learn to ride the bus. A social studies experiment at home. Get the kids involved. Look at the map. What's the bus route by your house? And take the bus one day. Just ride the route around, because yes. It's an integral part. You get to know the city that way. You get to know the bus drivers that way. You get to see a lot more riding the bus than taking a car, and that is the future. And I think it's an integral part of any
yes.
city. Yeah.
Yeah, and if we increase the ridership, then there are more added services that we can expect.
Yes, that's right.
If we don't ride more,
no.
Then there is just going to be a waste.
Right. So
diversity is growing.
Yes.
And one of the reasons that I know that is I love to eat, and I'm always out there eating in different restaurants.
Yes.
So more and more newer restaurants, newer flavors are entering. Not just that, diversity doesn't just mean cultural background or multiculturalism.
Right.
There's so many big diversities.
Yes.
Have you had some experience working with in this? Yes,
I mean, being involved with City Hall and you know, that there's all sorts, the multiculturalism and the dynamics of committees within City Hall are very diverse and very inclusive and equal. I mean, but there is room for improvement. I have had so much feedback from high school students about what they want to see moving forward with transit, bike lanes, etc. I feel maybe there should be a youth committee at City Hall. Integrate the committees now, restructure them to incorporate more youth, and because it is important, you know, to have that representation, to feel comfortable, to feel seen and feel heard.
Yeah. But another thing about Burlington is we are growing, and there's a pressure on us to grow. There's a pressure on us to take additional population. Where are these people going to eventually live?
Right, and I agree. I mean, we are shifting from low density to medium high density, but that doesn't always mean high rise. We can possibly change the bylaws to implement garden suites, residential units. We can have a 5-story building. We can have a triplex, a duplex. I mean, we have to figure out what the needs are to build it properly on the parcels of land that are available, rezone those. So when higher levels of government are saying, hey, yeah, let's look at Burlington, we're ready to go because the demand is coming. We need more of a supply, which will then drive the cost down, and that's what we're talking about, affordability. Where are my kids going to live? Where am I going to live? You know,
that's my big concern.
I love my kids, but you know, I want them to eventually move out. I mean, my son is 5 and my daughter's almost 4, so there is time for that. But you got to start to plan for that now. You know, so it is an issue, and we have to work with developers and planners and make sure we're all on the same page to keep the integrity of Burlington.
So Eden, we are right here in front of Longmore Park.
Yes. As part of my platform, I want to protect our green space, improve our parks, have accessible washrooms, make sure the equipment's safe. To me, it doesn't make sense if a plan is in place to make a park. I mean, then the steps should already be in place if you're taking it down to build it within a certain amount of time. So hopefully things get figured out, and it's important because if we can't build a park on time, how do we build anything else on time? And you know, how do we hold each other accountable and show that transparency of moving forward and doing what's right for the community. Yeah, communication is key. If something does change, I mean, obviously say. I mean, people just want to feel seen and heard and know that information so they can be like, okay, now we know what to do. We'll go somewhere else. We'll find another park. They just want that information to stay connected, to know what's going on in the city, and communication is an integral part of that.
So have you served in public office before?
Not so much public office, but as in public service, yes. I've been volunteering with Rotary since 2015. I believe volunteers are the heart of any city. Without volunteers, I mean, not a lot of things would get done. So volunteering to me is near and dear to my heart. I volunteered with, again, Hamilton, Burlington SPCA, Rotary, some things now being involved in with the Glad Tidings Church. I've been privy to be informed of different organizations and groups that I will continue to be a part of after this is done. At the door, a lot of people are concerned, okay, we're all doing this great work now, but who's going to continue to do it after, regardless of what happens? And I will continue to do that because it is interesting to me, and without having done this, I would not know of any of these things, and if I can promote that and help in any way and continue to volunteer and be a part of public service, I will. So.
When you say Rotary, I'm a Rotarian too.
Okay,
I'm
great.
a Rotarian with Rotary Club of Burlington Central.
Yes, okay.
And before I joined, I didn't know the extent of work that they put in.
Right.
The donations, grassroots communities that come ask for money, why it's needed. So absolutely, each of those experiences would be an amazing thing to bring back to your role.
Yes, for sure.
How do you plan on getting the residents involved in some of this decision making?
I think it comes down to, again, information, showing that transparency, holding people accountable, letting people know that that Halton region has a whole set of departments and teams working together, and letting people know that there is a transportation planning department going on that keeps track of all the region, of traffic moving in and out and through the city, and letting people know that. And if they have a say, there are options. Email me, email other councilmen, email phone, or reach out in various ways to stay connected. And you can delegate at City Hall. As long as you know the information, you can reach out to anybody, and anyone should be able to help you.
To get people involved, you have to be involved.
That's right. Yes.
You have to talk to the people. You have to be the face of the franchise, let's say.
The liaison. I'm the liaison for the city, and to be able to help you improve your quality of life, and that's what it's about. So
this is an extremely important question.
Yes.
If you were not running, what would be the criteria for you to vote for the candidate?
Okay, so I believe a counselor this should be 100% their job. There are too many issues, too many concerns, too many voices that need to be heard. This needs to be 100% of the time focusing on this, to really dive in, to be relatable, to be accessible, to read all those agenda minutes that are 600 pages long, to attend those 4-hour plus meetings. I mean, this is a full-time job, and you need someone 100% of the time doing this job for you, the residents of the ward, the city of Burlington, the region of Halton, for the future moving forward. That's who I would want to see at this job, is someone who is 100% dedicated for you, the residents, speaking on your behalf, being that liaison, keeping you informed to, again, make that informed decision for your family and friends to improve your quality of life.
Absolutely. That commitment.
Yes, it is. It's 100% commitment. I mean, this is it. I mean, this is it. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Bring your passion, commitment, and serve.
That's right.
And be there for the ward for it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm so grateful to be able to do this. And however this all plays out, I wish everybody well. And I'm excited for the next 4 years and the future of Burlington.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.